Hey guys, welcome to Passion for Purpose. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is V. Fournier, the entertainment guru, and I'm so excited to welcome my friend from the Nesian Movement, Ifo.
Hi, thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, so just a little bit of background.
Yeah.
She is a manager. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of dive deep, because I know a lot of you guys out there, you know, how you've been asking me to manage you, and I said, you know what, I don't manage artists, I manage projects. There's a difference. So I wanted to kind of bring on a manager here so we can kind of ask management questions, a little bit more about the behind the scenes and the business aspect of being in the creative entertainment industry, especially in the island reggae scene, because that's what Nesian Movement is about.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us more about Nesian Movement.
Yeah, so Nesian Movement actually was officially started a year ago as an event promotions brand, solely in the SoCal market, where I basically was supporting a lot of island reggae shows and festivals, and then it grew into an introduction of me meeting some of the artists that I've worked with, the musicians I've worked with, and now we've developed into an entire artist management division as well. So Nesian Movement actually is based out of Las Vegas here, and then we have artists and musicians based out of Hawaii, as well as our events based out of SoCal. So we're kind of all over now.
Yeah, and you know what? I know you guys have heard some of the artists that she actually works with, so go ahead and let us know, who are these artists that you work with?
So my current roster, I have Johnny Sweet, who is actually in studio today. I also co-manage Fia, who just had an amazing weekend in Santa Clara as well as San Diego. And then we also have a bunch of upcoming artists. We have an artist coming out of Utah, his name is Vic. We have other artists back home, Shant, as well as an entire roster of musicians that I work with, which if you've ever seen a Fia show or Johnny Sweet show, you have definitely seen my roster. They're all there. Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so let me ask you this, because I actually met you at the Island Vibe Festival, which you guys just did
which we just finished, yeah.
I was just looking at some of the videos, guys, and the pictures. There is literally a sea of island vibers out there.
I like that. I'll call them island vibers.
Island vibers. Yeah, so tell us about your experience there. How was that?
Yeah, so this is actually our 6th year at the Island Vibe Festival. It's my 6th year. And I actually started out as a street team member there, who just sold tickets. This year was a lot more special for me. Fia was performing, and I was still involved in the community side. So I'm actually the marketing and media coordinator for the festival itself. And it kind of got a little crazy that day, but it was a beautiful, beautiful thing to see at the end of the night. Just the sea of people, and when I say sea of people, I mean sea of people all the way to the back of the field, and everybody just having a good time. We had a lot of great compliments about how it's such a family vibe.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what we want. That's what we bring into our Nesian Movement team. We are a family. We call each other family all the time. We work together, but we do life together too. So it's kind of amazing.
That's what I love about the Island Vibe, like reggae scene. It is so like family. Like you can just be yourself, wear slippers. You don't gotta, dress up all the time. It's just family. That's what I love about Hawaii for sure. And I'm so happy that you're actually out here in Vegas. So let's kind of get into the business aspect of things, right? So like I met you, like I said, at the Island Vibe Festival, and you were kind of, you were, like you said, you were a street team member.
Yes.
So kind of let's go into the importance of wearing different hats, right? And like kind of like your climb to now being a successful manager.
Sure. I can honestly say I didn't imagine myself being an artist manager, but it started with street teaming, selling tickets, and networking, which is such a huge part of it. Building a relationship and maintaining that relationship with people, I think, is probably one of the biggest things that I have learned personally. And treating everybody the same, because you kind of get caught up in this industry, right? There's a stigma almost that happens when you get to a certain point where just people think either you've made it already, and so you don't need anybody else. But the truth is, you will always need everybody else. You should never have the thought process of, I've made it, so I don't need a team. Our team is very, very good at understanding that we all need each other and we can't do this without each other. And so what I did was I essentially built my own personal network in SoCal, which then extended into Hawaii. Through that, I ended up tour managing for Sammy J, tour managing for Fiji. Heavy hitters, right? And then I met these guys who are now my team, and they played for them. So they were actually the band, and we turned into Nesian Movement within a year. of going from street teaming and selling tickets and maybe promoting to now doing our own tours, doing shows, managing. The managing part kind of just fell into my lap, but I honestly love it. I really, really love it.
I mean, you're doing a really, really
Yeah.
great job because
you.
I literally turned around and all of a
I know.
sudden you have like this roster of phenomenal acts, and I'm like, what happened?
How did you get all these people?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes, honestly, I have to ask myself how I got so blessed with such a great team and how they came to be. But with the artist management part, it is a lot of knowing that the people you're going to work with have the same passion that you do.
Mm.
And that's what really drives our team, is everybody is passionate about what they do, their skill sets. They're not just talented individuals, they're sincerely driven, and they're good people. And my business partner and I, Klandon, we always say our first thing is just be a good person.
Yes.
It really just starts with that. It's the simplest thing. I think that there's always this thought of like, there has to be a magic sauce.
Right.
There has to be some secret as to why you're so successful, and it's really just be a good person.
Right. Vibrations is everything.
It is.
for
It starts out with
sure.
that, and then you meet an individual who is driven and or motivated.
Right.
You guys set your plan, and then you move on from there. And we've been super blessed that both of our artists right now, both Fia and Johnny Sweet, are sincerely driven to succeed, and they themselves push harder, so that Klandon and I have to kind of reach up to them all the time. So that's great.
That's awesome that you guys
Yeah.
are just bringing each other up. That's how it's supposed
Always.
to. Okay, so let's kind of get into management, because I know you guys have been asking me like how to get a manager
Yeah.
or whatever. So how do people essentially get a manager?
Get a manager.
Yeah, or when are they actually ready for a manager? How about that?
Okay, so I think the thought is that if you have music out, or if you're a musician or an artist and you think that you are ready to go because you have a song, that means that you're ready for a manager.
Okay.
It personally, in my case, I don't think that that's the point. I think that what you need to do is actually have some success behind you. So you've really got to put in your own work, do a couple shows, open up for some people. You know, you're gonna have to take the hits essentially to start out, and then after you've taken a couple hits and you gain some traction, and now we have social media, right? So social media is super, super huge. Your following is super huge. You are able to build up those numbers and show that you really want this. That's a reason for me to say, okay, I might be willing to work with you, because now you look like you really know what you're doing beyond just the music. Because you can be super talented, but if you don't put in the work, why would I put in the work to manage you?
Right.
We have to kind of meet halfway.
For sure. And every time I speak to a manager, guys, it's always the same thing. There has
Yeah.
to be something to be managed
Yes.
in order to have a manager.
Yes.
A manager is not the answer to all of a sudden
We are not going to solve all your problems.
getting everything that you ever wanted.
Yet. We will, but like, yeah, not in the beginning. You have to have something tangible, in a sense, to bring to the table for us to say, okay, cool. You want to be managed, so where are you trying to go? What is your end goal? The other part with artist management, especially with the island reggae scene, is it's actually a very small market.
Right.
There's a lot of reggae, but island reggae specific is not a huge market. And in that sense, there are a lot of people who are like, oh, my cousin can sing, or my brother plays guitar, or those things, and they're like, no, he's really good. Okay, but what is he doing? What is his step two? If he's really good, that's great. I would love to hear him sing. But if he doesn't want to perform, why would I step in to manage that? I need him to be, I want to win a Grammy. I want to go on a tour with a major artist. I have a purpose
Right.
that I'm aiming for, and I have the passion behind that, and I can show you that passion. That's what motivates me. When I am so motivated by my team, because they're extremely passionate about what they do. And that's the main reason why I do manage them. It's
Right.
because I see that in them. They don't say it all the time, but it's just all within their actions, within their music. They love what they do, and because they love what they do, I love what I do for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's kind of give them an advice to
Yeah.
how to get onto these shows, just because you're on the production side as well as the management
Right.
side. So without a manager, how can somebody out there that maybe has done a few open mics or done a few shows, maybe not like such a huge following
huge
yet,
following, right.
how can they get onto a stage?
Well, the best thing I would do is to look within your local area. What are the festivals that are in your genre, right? So what is the next reggae festival coming to Vegas, maybe if you're here in Vegas, or what is the next festival in San Diego, look at what's happening in your area, reach out to them, reach out to the festival, ask them like, hey, and sometimes it may mean you're gonna go play for free, but you could also be playing for free for 5,000 people, right? So that's where it comes in, the taking the hits, is you're going, you may not get paid for it, but you wanna hit a booking agent, or look on social media. There's a lot of people that post about festivals they're going to, or shows they're going to, networking events even. Sometimes you just go to a show and maybe you don't play, maybe you just want to go to watch. So you go and you make your way around and you introduce yourself to people who you see on Instagram, like, oh, maybe he's an influencer, maybe they know somebody, you're like, oh, I think that's so-and-so's manager. Go and introduce yourself, right? It's as simple as a conversation starter. And it takes like 2 seconds, honestly.
It totally does. I mean,
it's super simple. It's
networking
not
is key.
Crazy. Yeah,
for sure.
Networking is super key.
And guys, if you guys want to get behind the scenes at any like festival or whatever, like work with Tribe Unity, we're behind the scenes. Yes, even if you have to be like the ticket taker or holding a camera, we'll teach you how to do that, but at least you're backstage with these guys saying, yo, I play the guitar too, I'm an artist as well. And best believe, if they see you working there and they see that you're willing to kind of wear different hats, then you can be part of a team just like the Nesian Movement, right?
Because everybody on our team definitely wears multiple hats.
And you have to, guys. And hey, especially being in the entertainment industry, it's all about multiple sources of income.
Yes.
Let them know where they can actually find you or how they can be part of Nesian Movement, where they can follow you. Yeah,
so we're on Instagram and Facebook at Nesian Movement. And honestly, if you have a question, even if it's you think maybe they're not going to answer me, I answer everything. I read all the DMs. I read all the emails. So in our Instagram profile, we have our email link. In my profile, Miss Ipo, I have my text link. By all means, hit me up. I have no problem. I would love to answer your questions. As well as on the Nesian Movement Facebook page, you can DM us or message us there. We have been putting up all of our current events, future events, anything that we have going on. You can find us.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And then obviously bringing, I don't fan out a lot, but like when it comes to the Island Vibe music, there's something about his freaking voice. And I'm so excited that is here in the studio right now. Please welcome our guest, Mr. Johnny Sweet.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. See the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? Or someone disregard a broken bottle top in a one-man soul. They follow each other on your wind, you know. We ain't got no place to go. That's why I want you to know that I'm starting with the man in the mirror, and I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. No, 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 no. I've been a victim of her selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize that there are kids with no home, not a nickel to loan. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone? A willow deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart, and a washed out dream. They follow each other on your windy sea. We ain't got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me, 'cause I'm starting with the man in the mirror, and I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Yeah, Jackson.
But let's go ahead and kind of get into the interview. So Johnny, I met you in Hawaii for the first time.
Yeah.
And it was so awesome because I heard your music prior to that. But kind of give me a little bit of background on how you started as an artist. Like what day was it, or what happened where you're just like, you know what, I could actually do this for a living.
It started back in 2016 towards the ending. I just moved home from Texas. I was playing college ball out there.
Yo, 2016, like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I came home. I started working construction and doing small gigs here and there, but I never really thought it was gonna be something I could do for a career. I had amazing family members who have been in this industry for a while. This man right here, who's manager, music director, but more importantly, he's my brother, he's my cousin. And I have another cousin named Lapana, and they would always tell me come out to the shows, and I would watch them, and just the energy that they had on stage is something that I always had energy, you know what I mean, as a human being. And they always tell me, bro, just quit your job, come do music already. And so I finally quit, and yeah.
Did you used to like perform in high school, or like?
No.
You really just started performing recently?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Klandon, just so you guys know, this is the other like half co-founder of Nesian Movement. And like we were saying earlier, multiple hats. You see? Multiple
You just got
hats.
this one.
So tell us kind of like the different hats that you actually do, because I know you're an artist as well, right?
Musician, producer, music director, manager, artist developer, business strategist, I guess.
Dang.
I don't know.
See, that's a lot of
Negotiator,
hats.
I don't know.
Multi-instrumentalist.
That too.
Yes.
Okay, so how many instruments do you play?
A couple, but I like to play guitar and bass.
Okay, cool. So how'd you guys meet?
Started 26 years ago. We're cousins.
Oh, right, you
Yeah.
said that.
So we
Nice.
grew up
Nice.
since we were
26
babies together, yeah.
So you essentially inspired him to just, because you've
No,
been in
believe
music
it or
for a
not,
while?
he started before me. He was
Wait, so
he
when
was
did you
before
start
me.
in the music?
He started playing instruments.
Oh,
but
okay.
I started playing like about 9 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just a musician.
Towards our senior year, going right out of high school, these guys were already doing gigs, traveling the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I love that it's like a family thing. My
Oh,
brother,
yeah.
my brother performs too, but I've been trying to kick his butt into the studio too. So how'd you do that with him? Because you got him out into 3 years ago. You finally got him to take it professionally, right?
I
Because you're on the manager side.
It was pretty easy. We always kind of respected each other because we were each other's demons. So it's usually an issue, like a trust issue, right? Too. Then I was just trying to do it. Okay.
Right.
Him and my cousin play an extremely vital role in getting me into the studio, taking this thing seriously, and I think my experience throughout college and trying to go and play football professionally, I understood the work that it took, and I just implemented that into music. And with these guys' guidance, it's exactly what got us here today.
Nice. Awesome. So do you write your own music?
Yes.
Okay. So how do you kind of like gain inspiration?
It can happen anytime, anywhere, any place. It could happen on a drive somewhere. That's happened many times. I've written a song kind of comparing the culture from Hawaii to the culture in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
How it's very similar, but also very, when it comes to the scenery, it's very different, right? And it came to me when I was driving in Texas and I seen a barn and a green tractor. And I was like, wow, boom, I got home and I wrote a whole song right then and there. You know what I mean?
This guy, he loves life too. So the more you love life, the more you're like that, the easier you are inspired.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty easily inspired, yeah.
Nice. I love that. Okay, so like how about, look, as artists or as creative people, we have bad days sometimes.
Oh, yes.
But obviously like with us being in the industry and it's our job, sometimes you still have to like kind of get over it, right?
Yeah.
So like what do you do in order to just kind of get past, like say you did have a bad day and then just keep it pushing?
Having an amazing team helps a lot.
like this team, I'm one of many talented artists in our team. Nesian Movements. We got Phil, Miley, Lana, Mr. Sean, Vic, and there are many days where I'm stuck, and I'll just drive to Fia's, hop on his couch, me, Klandon, Fia, and he'll help me really like bring my ideas to life. Like Fia's an amazing writer. Like he's a really bomb writer, and when it comes to like melodies, he's super good at melodies. That's where my weakness is. So as a team, he helps me strengthen those weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? And there are other strengths in my that I have that I can help my team with too when it comes to performing or thinking outside of the box, things like that. But when it comes to writing, Fia helps me a lot. This guy helps me a lot. Miley helps me a lot. Yeah, and whenever I'm stuck. But when I'm inspired, it usually comes like that.
Dang. Okay, so like, cause even when you talk, you got like that raspy like butter. Like I don't even know. Like it's just music to my ears. Even while you talk. So like, and then you just said that you started doing this 3 years ago. Like, do you do a specific thing? Do you just sing 24/7 now? Like, how did you get your voice to be like that?
Probably from gigging every day.
Yeah.
I started off. I wasn't always. I still believe that there's so much more improvement that needs to be done with my vocal ability. I'm definitely confident where I am today, but 3 years ago I was not this singer now. You can ask this guy. He used to tell me, "Please shut up, you suck." Like I'm
really? I can't imagine.
He would just tell me like, "You need to stop doing that because you do too much of that. Fix it first.
Yeah.
Come back." You know, you need guys.
Pretty harsh.
Yeah, he's very harsh. Still
that is
but
important.
But you need that.
That's like, see, that's real family stuff.
Yeah,
Like, that's
exactly.
a true tribe. Like really backing each other up, but like from love, saying
yes, exactly.
But he wouldn't shut down like, "Oh my gosh, you just told me."
Yeah, he would tell me that, and I take it with love, take it with respect, and then I fix it, and then you know what I mean. Still a lot of things that I need to work on, but for sure, being surrounded with people who tell me when I'm flat or when I suck, and that you need to work on that. Like that's such an important thing to have.
This journey ain't easy, so I'm grateful you're down the ride. I have fallen many times and not once have you left my side. Cause you know me better than I know myself. Always putting others before yourself. You've grown in more ways than one, and I'm so proud of you. We've been broken down, rose from the ground together. Found God again in the midst of pain. Held me through it all. So thank you for being my person. Your arms wide open, helping me to love again. Thank you for being my shoulder, for listening closer, trusting you with everything. Thank you.